All right, boys and girls, we're back. We are continuing to work on our Beat the Heat article, and what we're working on today is a continuation of the last lesson. So, the last lesson you guys took, you paraphrased information in your article that would help you to answer your question. So in Google Hangout yesterday, I kind of discussed that I did give you guys some feedback on your writing, on your paraphrasing. And the good news is that it seems that everyone really understood the paraphrasing strategy. Everyone seemed to know what paraphrasing is. You did an excellent job of paraphrasing your ideas. What I want us to focus on today is expanding and elaborating a little bit more with our ideas. Now, like I said yesterday as well, this is a pretty long, lengthy article that has a ton of information. Again, we want to pull out the important information that's going to help us answer our essential question or prompt. Okay. So what I'm noticing with a lot of our writing, our paraphrasing, is that we maybe only talked about the lizard or we only talked about the flamingo, right? But what about all these other animals? Okay. In this article, it talks about a couple of different animals. So we kind of want to make sure we take something from each section and add it to our paraphrasing side. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you a couple examples that some students from our class did, and I wanted to just show you these examples, and I want you to think, what do you notice about these paraphrasing these examples? Okay, so I'm going to read and go through them, and I want you to be thinking, what do you notice? Okay, so here is an example that a student in our class did. It says, a lizard lifts his feet and switches feet to lift them out of the sand to stay cool. If that doesn't work, a lizard digs a tunnel underground to get to a cooler place. Animals use different body parts to keep them cool. Flamingos and hippopotamus stay in the water to get out of the heat. A wallaby uses spit on its paws to cool them down. Dogs and birds pant to keep cool. A chameleon changes colors. The toucan uses its beak. Bees burp up drops of water, and an elephant uses its ears to keep cool. Okay, so that was one student. And this goes with the question about why Beat the Heat would be a good name for the article. Okay. So what do you notice? Hopefully you said that you noticed in this student's work that it didn't just discuss one animal, it just discussed a lot of the different animals that were in the article, and it described ways that they stayed cool, which is how they beat the heat. So this student really kind of expanded and elaborated more on their ideas. Okay. And they use information from the article to paraphrase. Okay, so that's what I kind of want us to do. Add some more details. Here is another student. Okay, so let's see. It says, lizard lift their feet and heat leaves that body and makes the lizards cooler. Lizards dig to cooler sand because the top is really hot. And I noticed she did a great job of putting this in her own words. I can tell she really understood the article. Flamingos put their legs in water and heat escapes into the water, so that's one way to make flamingos cool. Great. So she explained what they do, what the flamingos do, and then kind of explained that. So that's one way to make flamingos cool, which is great. Hippopotamus spend about 16 hours in water a day to keep cool. The article explains that dogs pant and sweat to keep cool. Toucans have a large bill, so heat escapes through the bill when they are hot. Okay, again, what do you notice about this? Students paraphrasing. Hopefully you all said, pretty much the same that we're focusing on. This student elaborated, added more details, didn't just talk about one of the animals, kind of gave examples of all the different animals or most of the different animals. Okay, so then now I have another paraphrasing. Okay, now the student, all of these are excellent examples. And this student actually kind of looks like they kind of started to create their response in this section. Okay, so I'm going to read this. Beat the Heat is a good title for the article because it tells you how different animals stay cool on a hot day. For example, the toucan has a special body part that helps it stay cool. As a matter of fact, that body part is its beak. Its beak is actually the place where pretty much all of the toucan's body heat escapes. Another animal that can beat the heat is the chameleon. In fact, the way a chameleon stays cool is by changing color. It's true, a chameleon stay cool by changing color. The way that keeps a chameleon cool is it changes from a brown color to a tan, which is the same color as sand, now that the chameleon is a lighter color. So most of the heat from the sun bounces off its skin. If you notice, it told you how each animal beats the heat. That's why Beat the Heat is a good title for the article. Okay, what do you notice about this one? Okay, hopefully you noticed that this student was able to really paraphrase and put the article into her own words. I can tell that this student really understood the article. Also gives more than one example. Okay, it talks about the toucan, it talks about the chameleon, and it also, she kind of started answering this question as if she would answer it in the prompt. So she had an opening, she had a conclusion. So this could be like another example of what a good paraphrasing article or good paraphrasing might look like and sound like. Okay, now all of these are different, right? Is that okay? Of course it's okay. Okay, as long as you use the strategy of paraphrasing, which means you put everything in your own words, as long as it matches your question, and as long as you have explained and added more than one example. Okay, like I said, that article is a long article, so we want to work on adding more details to our writing. So today, that's what I want you to focus on. I want you to go back to your paraphrasing notes and I want you to reread them. Okay, then I want you to also reread the article and check back, what else can I add that would help me to plan and to write a good answer to my question. Okay, we want to add more details. Okay, so like I said, there's a lot of different animals. You want to kind of elaborate, not kind of, you definitely want to elaborate more. So today I'm going to give you that time to take a step back, to reread, and to add to your paraphrasing notes. Okay, and we also, I'm going to attach the writer's checklist, because I want you to also make sure that you check over your work, right? You reread it and you check it over. Okay, did I use capital letters at the beginning of my sentences? Did I use finger spaces? So we're working on the Chromebook, so you're going to be using finger spaces. You'll just make sure that there's a space between your words. Did I use punctuation at the end of my sentence? And did I use the word wall to spell sight words correctly? Well, we don't have our word wall, but did you spell the words to the best of your ability? And very important, all of this is very important. Did I read over my writing to see if it makes sense? All right, so today you're going to be elaborating, adding more details to your paraphrasing notes, and then using the writer's checklist to check your work. Okay. I hope these examples gave you a good idea of what you could add to your writing. Okay. Remember, we always learn from each other, and that's what's awesome about learning and being in school. We all learn from each other, right? We learn from authors, right? We learn to be better writers by borrowing ideas from the authors. And here, this is a way for us to become better writers as well. We're borrowing ideas from our classmates, which is something that we do a lot in the classroom as well. We all give each other help, feedback, and so that we can all be successful. So hopefully this helped you to expand and to elaborate your writing a bit. All right. And of course, always make sure that your answers and your paraphrasing goes along with the question that you chose to answer. Okay. All right. I think that's all for today. So you're going to, again, continue to work on adding details. All right. And rereading your work. All right. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.